OK, Brent Tidwell, the RPT operating IRP chassis out of Harleton, Texas, and Jim Hitz rounds out the field. We are underway here at Lone Star for American Sprint Car Series here at the Speedway for the first time in 2016. And leading, getting the whole shot off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway is JoJo Wilhelm in car 47 out of Kilgore, Texas. Like I said a few moments ago, scored the final win of the 2015 season here at Lone Star, the stocking stuffer 25 event, and he really turned up the wick. JoJo has been on another planet around goes Nate Gaines. Danny Gill had to get on the binders and slide. No caution out on the racetrack just yet, as they were able to keep it fired up. Send them to promoter school. As right now, every racer trying to find their line, find the quickest way around the Lone Star Speedway here in Eagle race number 1 of the night. And it's all JoJo Wilhelm up front, setting the pace, a torrid pace. But the Powderly Texan, Big Boss Ross Malone, has the crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 47, trying to reel him in for the top spot. Can he get it done? Daryl Mosley now being pressured here for the 3rd spot. Door to door for it. Top 3 cars go to the A, and Mosley pushes up out of the groove, and they're about to go 3 wide. Here we go. It's about to heat up and get hot and heavy. Royce Jones riding the 3rd in 07. The Hitman Design 07 car. Royce Jones looking good here tonight. And Race on Texas back at Lone Star Speedway for the 2nd time. On demand. As the RKT operating number 47 has been reeled in. That advantage has been diminished by the aid of the Powderly Texan, Big Boss Ross Malone. I think Ross has a better car right through the center of the corners, but that 47 just motoring down the boulevard. JoJo's got a nice power plant underneath the hood, squealing tonight. Ross, a little bit of a ball there off the 2. It's going to take a major, major mishap for the 47 and not go to victory lane in this one. He's got clear, settling, clean air out front in 47, and he'll come around next time and grab the white flag. It's JoJo Wilhelm in car 47. Ingles Racing Performance built chassis out of Harleton, Texas, by owner and IRP chassis builder Jason Ingles. Ingles, the 2nd winningest driver here at Lone Star over the last 4 years. 26 victories here at the Speedway. But the checkers are out. The limited modified heat race number 1 winner, JoJo Wilhelm, will sit on the pole tonight's main event. Big Boss Ross Malone from Powderly will come on the 2nd. And in the 3rd and final transfer spot, we'll go to Royce Jones, a true Texas racer. Your official top 3. Thomas behind the wheel of the 25C car tonight. Kelly Lockey in 14. 8-lap affair. We drop the rag on the gas. Here we go. 3 wide mid-pack into 1 and 2. Look at Ingles. He's going to roll the hub, and he'll get the Walmart special, and he'll get 3 for the price of 1. They're 3 wide. 4 wide off the exit of turn number 2. Look out. Woo, baby. Max Eddie Thomas, who sits in the top 25 in RacingDirt.com's power rankings right now. He is one of the top 25 modified drivers on the planet right now. And he's mixing it up with the limited modified competitors. And boy, he just got a spring and run into 1 and 2. And you got a hotly contested battle for the top spot. You can't say that it's not racing here in Kilgore. And here comes Ingles. Ingles gonna knock him to the back door of the race lead like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth. Into 1 and 2. Evans, the madman. Oh, and he bobbled up and doing it. Bobbles up the field. That was about to get nasty for a moment. Look out, Travis. He looks like a 3-legged dog on an icy lake right now. That car's so loose. And he straightens it down there. 3 wide for the race lead off of 4 down the front boulevard. What more do you want, race fans? Evans still holds on to the top spot. And he gets loose again in turn number 2. He gets the car straightened back out to 44. Jason Tyner wants to throw his hat back into the ring. 81 of Ingles, he'll go to the inside for the race lead. Who's going to lead at this time by the line? What a race, Lone Star. It'll go to Travis Evans once again. He may be loose as a goose, but don't get him started. He's hooked up there on the outside of the racetrack, and here comes his son. How about that? The 15-year-old Boone Evans is going to throw his hat into the ring in this race. He's up to the 4th spot. Door to door for the race lead off the exit of turn number 4. What more do you want? Down the front boulevard, Travis Evans trying to hold off. One of the winningest drivers in the history of this racetrack. And a driver who finished in the top 10 and a half at Tampa Super Late Model race here in 1996, the year he won the Super title. Ingles has a lot of laps here at this racetrack over the years, and Evans does as well. But Ingles may have a little bit more veteran experience, if you will. But right now, they're going at it. It wouldn't matter if it was 500 to win, 10,000 to win. They're going to lay it all on the line here just just like they're doing right now. And still door for the race lead through 3 and 4. And there comes a slider for Ingles. He can't clear him. Sportsmanship shown. He leaves him some respect on the outside, and he takes that real estate. Evans does in 4. A pair of IRP chassis, 1 and 2 right now, duking it out at Lonestar. And Greg Jones Construction. Heat race number 2 presented by Southern Transport off of turn number 4. Drag race it to the checkers. Lonestar. Who's going to get it? Give it to Travis Evans. It's Bo Perry from Bossier City, Louisiana, your winner last Saturday night. Bobby Ruffin from Crandall, Texas in 121, and Stephen Gaddis. Here we go. As we drop the hammer and send them off into 1 and 2 limited modified heat race number 3 of the night. Quarter over the race lead off the exit turn number 2. The Batman, and look at Bo Perry. Bo Perry splitting the C down the back straightaway. And he disposed of the 121, but look how Ruffin said, you can't dispose of me very long, and I'm going to come right back at you. Your winner here last Saturday night had a very good IRP race car. His very first night out in that brand new IRP chassis, once again built by Jason Ingles out of Hallsville, Texas. Ruffin went to victory lane, but wasn't an easy task. He had his hands full to get the job done. He just throws the slider on Scotty Nichols to grab the third and final transfer spot. Ruffin on the march to the front. If we were running passing points, he would be sitting pretty right now. As leading the first 3 circuits, this time off of 4. And the Wilkerson Motorsports number 15, the 4S Motorsports chassis at Denny Gabar. Rodney Stanford still holding on to the second spot respectively in 159. Like I said, not a driver I'm familiar with. I imagine this will be his first start here in Kilgore in 2016. You can expect to see a lot of drivers you may not typically see on a regular Saturday night, as we're the only track racing, I believe, within a 150-mile radius, northeast, west, and south. And I know quite a few travelers are coming here to do battle at the Lonestar Speedway this afternoon. So the battle shaping up here for the second spot. Nichols way too far out to get within striking distance to get into that transfer unless a mishap happens here as they race for second. And State will take a 4 over second. Side by side, still on the back straightaway in turn 3. Get the second spot with the 121 of Bobby Ruffin. He is on a tear. You can always tell when a driver has a lot of confidence. I call it mojo, and he's got it right now. Of course, it always helps when your car goes and sticks exactly where you want it to go. And here we go. This is what you want to see. The battle is heated up for transfer. Scotty Thrifty Nichols is giving that new IRP chassis all it's worth. The final time to get it done, though, he got a little loose there off the exit of 4. He's going to get another stab. He's got one more circuit to try to get to the A main tonight. They'll have to log some more laps and come out of a B main. Nichols, can he get the job done? Face full of checkered flag will go to Denny Gabar in 15. Bobby Ruffin in second from 8. And Rodney Stanford in the third spot, 159. What is that? I guess I turned it all. Look from, where, say, a fan sitting in turn 1 would see it completely different from a person that's sitting midpoint of the front straightaway. So here we go, though. Lights are out. Limited mod, your fourth and final 8-lap affair on the limited mods tonight here at Lonestar. As we head off the 2 and down the back straightaway. Looks like we lost one here earlier to go in. And Jason Ingles is already marching his way from 4th to the race lead through 3 and 4. Door for the top spot off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Give it to Cundiff. Tracy Cundiff going to lead lap number 1, but he's got his hands full with one of the best to ever come out of East Texas. Racing Jason and Kevin Rowland just lost the handle there in 1 and 2. He gets the car collected. Kevin Rowland had a bushel of bad luck last night at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana. He was rolling in here tonight to Kilgore to hopefully shake off the bad luck biscuit. And early on in this one, he is still plaguing that driver in 4R. As they go 3 wide for the race lead, or 3 different lanes wide. How about Dosser throw his hat into the ring now? He said, I want a piece of this pie. It looks fun. As they fan out 3 different lanes wide off of turn number 4, Jason Ingles gets it. When it gets closer down to this race, here he comes. Waiting on a slight job right there through 3 and 4 and give it to Ingles. He'll throw the slider and clear the 15. He'll drive right back underneath. That's what you like to see. Good, hard racing here at Lonestar. Jason Ingles, racing Jason. Was promoting the Boot Hill Speedway last season. I'm worried about that wasp to get me. good to go. Had to swat a wasp up out of the tower, but Jason Ingles trying to swap the field away from him as the battle for second is heated up. That IRP number 12 of Dosser putting it to the inside of Cundiff, and you got a great battle there for the 4th spot as well. Kevin Rowland trying to work his way back into the mix after an early race mishap for the 4R. Rowland doing everything he can on the outside of the Lonestar Speedway. I'll tell you what, you got a racy racetrack tonight. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the night's race in action. As the white flag coming out, racing Jason Ingles. A shot to shorts into 1 and 2. Dosser turns to 15 and says, well, not sure what he said, but that was an interesting one right there. Would you get out of my house, he said. As racing Jason Ingles takes the checkered flag. We'll see how this one gets scored, but it looks like the 12 of Dosser will grab second. But like I said, that's all unofficial. And into the 4R, wow. 16X inside of 3. Racing Jason Ingles. Looking to get another victory here tonight in the open wheel mod at Longview. John Webb, how about it from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, driving the Trucks Unlimited Mars Race Car 87. The owner promoter of the Southern Oklahoma Speedway here to race at Lone Star this afternoon. And welcome back from Winsboro, Texas, my good friend TJ Steele. Ain't seen TJ race in a while. How about that? TJ is taking a hiatus from racing. I'd say that he hasn't raced in about 8 months. Good to see TJ back. And the D&D Directional Drilling 4S chassis. Denny Kamar drives his 4S chassis. Built out of his shop in Winsboro. Good to see TJ back on the road tonight. As opening circuit, it went to the gate of Max Eddie Thomas and a slight job for second. How do you like me now, Justin Ingles says. Larry Fear says, I don't know if I like that too much. He'll drive right to his inside with second favor in 1 and 2. Larry Fear's up on the wheel tonight, baby. How do you like me? Off the 2 down the back straightaway. Justin Ingles says, I like you. I like to race like this. Door to door there for second. And they're all trying to hunt down Max Eddie Thomas, who's been the class of this field in 2016 at Lone Star. Max Eddie Thomas capped off. Well, the 2015 season was ended with the stocking stuff at 25. Max Eddie Thomas, the all 24 laps, but not the 25th one that counted. Unfortunately, led 24 and went to the Heartbreak Hotel on the Christmas stocking stuffer stretch of our final race of last season. And I think he came back to Kilgore with a vengeance in 2016. And it is proven. And car number 8 driving for Randy Copeland in 2016. He's got wins at RPM this year. And a win at Greenville. Max Eddie is there. And off the 2 down the back straightaway. Max Eddie now getting reeled in by Justin Ingles. 2 drivers that know this racetrack very well. And this is a very interesting note, too. This is a car that Justin Ingles has driven before. The car that he's hunting down and has his crosshairs dialed to. He's driven for Randy Copeland. He's put that 8 car in victory lane in his career, as well as the driver of Billy Melton Jr. put that number 8 car in victory lane the first event of 2015. So you've seen some different wheelmen behind the wheel of Copeland's machine, but Max Eddie Thomas has had the night. It appears Copeland made the right choice. But Ingles shows him there. Showed him the nose anyway. Off the exit 2 down back straightaway in the turn number 3 for the final time. Justin Ingles is going to give it everything he's got, coming through 3 and 4 for the final time. Off of 4, coming to the checkered flag. He'll win it. Max Eddie Thomas, your winner. Justin Ingles in second. The 11 of Larry Fear. Towards number 48 of Taylor Ratliff. The lights are out. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance. And Dynamite Bryan Jr. will smash on the loud pedal in car number 18. We're underway. Oh my goodness, Ty Clampett trying to go 3 and 4 wide into 1 and 2. The 16-year-old threading the needle down to the bottom of the racetrack. They're 3 wide mid-pack down the back straightaway. Look at this. How's it going to shake out? The 16 gets around Clampett, and Billy Jack Bruchin just drove the car to downtown Kilgore, Texas. If there's a downtown Kilgore, I'm not sure there is one. But I tell you, Billy Jack just got in there a little hot and heavy. Billy Jack Bruchin, he's known for his aggressive driving style, and I don't say that in a negative way. There's some drivers that are just gassers. There's some drivers that are a little more conservative. Billy Jack's a gasser. He's always bad fast. And about Landers Dodge, and he beat Chris Hennigan. They were 1 and 2. It was impressive for that young man. But here we go. The lights are out. The kid Ty Clampett, a new phenom, on the come up in car number 10. The 16-year-old has worked his way from the tail, or from the 7th spot, and he's trying to work on the race lead. This is about to get fun. Through the door for the race lead, the 16-year-old in car number 18. It's Clampett. And McBride going at it for the top spot. McBride holds it at bay into turn number 1. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Clampett fading a little bit here. He still holds on to the second spot. In third's the 75, getting pressured by the Hughes chassis 78 of Billy Jack Bruchin. Jack trying to give the 75 all he's worth. Of course, that's a car that Jack sponsors. Jack's Welding Service, a proud sponsor alongside the 75 of K Daddy Cal Taylor, as well as the 78. Of course, Jack's Welding Service is owned by Billy Jack Bruchin, and he got a good run there through 3 and 4 and got on the binders to not get into his good friend K Daddy there for the 3rd spot. And look at Billy Jack set it sail on the outside. Does he have enough real estate to get the job done? And a power move to the outside. Look at Billy Jack. Billy Jack will slam the 78 and plant it hard into turn number 3 and smash the cushion and roll off of 4, and he's got the 3rd spot. Give it to 78. Billy Jack hooked up here tonight. I tell you what, if he had 4 more laps remaining, I'm not sure exactly, he may be able to win this race. If he can hit it perfect every single time, he's definitely the fastest car on the racetrack right now. He's able to run that car deep, much deeper than Clampett is, and he may end up snagging second. The sand in the hourglass is running out maybe to get the race win for the 78, because the white flag going to be coming out this time by, but he may grab second from the 16-year-old Todd Clampett. That GRT race car chassis trying to hold off the Hughes chassis number 78, and here comes the big power run by Jack down the back straightaway. Car wasn't able to stay straight, and he got a power run into 3, and Donnie McBride breaks. They're going to drag race to the checkers. It's about to get wild. Clampett and Jack are going to drag race, and Todd Clampett, your winner. Oh, my. That reminded me of Max Eddie Thomas's failure in December here, except that wasn't an A main. This is a heat race. Eddie Thomas started on the front row here last Saturday night, and I was real excited to see how that was going to pan out with 2 of the top aces from East Texas going to go at it. Hennigan got the whole shot and slid up in front of him to get the whole shot and led every lap. But here we go. Your 3rd and final open wheel modified heat race of the afternoon here at the Speedway. And Hennigan got the Walmart special already. He got 3 for the price of 1, and he's about to can he do it? He's passed 4 cars already before we've completed a lap. And through 3 and 4, he may get another one. Off of 4, he will not get another one, but he will go to 3rd. Chris Hennigan from dead last to 3rd in 1 circuit here at Lone Star. That's why they call him the baddest modified driver here in East Texas, and he just threw a slide job on Rutherford, and now his crosshairs are dialed to the 5 of Wes Armstrong, and Wes Armstrong better go, and he's got to go now. He's a wheelman, Your Honor, a desperate fool in the endless, pitiful ropes. A savage, if you will. Win again, Chris Hennigan now marching down your race leader in the 5. A pair of Marshall Texans are going to go at it at Lone Star. Here comes Hennigan. Hennigan will fight to the inside. Of course, next weekend at Chris Hennigan's home racetrack. Of course, he considers this racetrack one of his home tracks as well. But next weekend at the Arclotech Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana, $10,000 on the line at a race he's won before. The Doug Murphy Memorial, presented by Comp Cams. They throw it off for the race lead, and Hennigan's going to throw the slider. Well, that's not even a slider. That's just a textbook pass. And Armstrong's going to return the favor into turn number 3 and throw the 5 to the bottom of the racetrack and show Hennigan some love. And Hennigan says, well, see ya. Hennigan takes the race lead and drives away in 16. Unbelievable how much faster he is than his competition right now. And this is something that Hennigan's done since the first time he ever sat behind the wheel of a race car. Looking for a career win 212 tonight here at Lone Star Speedway for driver 16. You think back the 3 generations. He's the 3rd generation Hennigan racer as the white flag is out this time by a face full of white flag for Winnigan, Chris Hennigan. Dating back to his grandfather, Ace Hennigan, who won a bunch in Northwest Louisiana and East Texas and all over the region. And to his father, Tommy Joe Hennigan. And now to Chris Hennigan, and before too long, it'll be down to the 4th generation of Dustin Hennigan. But tonight, it'll go to Chris Hennigan, your winner of heat race number 3. In 2nd, it'll go to Wes Armstrong. He's scratching his head thinking, what do I need to do to beat 16? And Flower Mound, Texas racer to the 9, Kevin Rutherford will grab 3rd. That's the distance. And they're about to lay the thunder and lay the wood down at Lone Star. as we drop the hammer off of turn number 4. Randy Allen on the pole. Here we go. About to get hot and heavy into 1 and 2. Door for the top spot off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. Getting a good run on the outside. Off of turn number 4, looking to lead lap number 1. Here we go to 15. Michael Mcneil from the outside pole, but looking for a slight job being returned here. Off the exit of 2. Boy, you got a racy Lonestar Speedway tonight in the turn number 3. Throwing the slight job in the 3 and 4. Oh, baby. He'll try to cross underneath to check the brakes, but he cannot get the job done. Going to the race lead. How about it? Ray Allen Colehanick from 6th to 1st in the first 2 circuits here at Lone Star. Ray Allen Colehanick. He has been up on the wheel in the 2016 season, and he is looking bad fast, inevitably. The quickest car on the speedway right now on a slide job mid-pack. Michael Spike Lang throwing one mid-pack of the Palm Harbor Homes, number 14. So some exciting opening lap action here at the Lone Star Speedway in American Sprint Car Series Driven Truck and Equipment Gulf South region, as Ray Allen Colehanick is setting a torrid pace around Lone Star. As he threw the slider, and he is setting a torrid pace, and he has checked, put the keys on the counter, he's checked out, he is gone. See you later. Colehanick rolling right around the hub of the racetrack where all that moisture is, right around the Ute tires. Michael Mcneill, he goes into the bottom of 1 and 2, and he drifts high, wide, and handsome. He has a little bit different entry. And I tell you, Colehanick's entry into 1 and 2, I think, is the difference as far as this race goes. He is just so glued to the bottom of 1 and 2, and he gets a really good drive down the back street. Go to the high side there in 3 and 4. Interesting the way these sprint car drivers maneuver around this racetrack and try to find the real estate and the fastest way around the racetrack. As the final trip around the speedway for your driver in the 21T. Comes in tonight, second in the point standings with 2 top 5s this year, 6 top 10s. Your winner, Ray Allen Colehanick, your winner in 21T. Michael Mcneill, your outside pole sitter, will snack second in 15. But he does love to cut his teeth and race here in front of the hometown fans. As the lights are out, we're ready to go 8 laps. Tankersley and Sam Haferty Jr. going to set the pace. And a good start by Tankersley to get the whole shot into 1 and 2. But high side hustling off the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Here comes Haferty. He's going to get the power run into turn number 3. And here comes the slide job. He won't be able to do it. Good. A slide job there for 3rd. How do you like me now? That was a nice one. Off of turn number 4, throwing the sliders, a 17X. Travis Elliott with a nasty slider. And here comes Haferty with a slider for the race lead. Haferty will throw the slider and he'll check it underneath. Tankersley will drive underneath, but he can't get the job done. He's trying to check the throttle, and here comes the slider being returned into 1 and 2. Hello, Haferty. Haferty is hello. And he's got the power run to the outside, and he's got the command now. Tankersley trying to keep him honest, though. He'll dive it back to his inside into 3 and 4, but can't not get the job done and clear him. Haferty now setting sail up front, setting a torrid pace around the outside of the Lone Star Speedway. Boy, these slide jobs and these opening few circuits are exciting nonetheless. You got to love it. As now Sam Haferty Jr. is running away up front in 15H. The ASCS National Touring Series racer, finishing in the top 5 in points the last 2 seasons. Like I said, though, he broke his arm last year, had to sit out behind the wheel of a race car for quite some time, and he got back behind the wheel, and in 3 weeks after being back, he won his first race. Haferty is a wheelman indeed, Your Honor. He's built up about a straightaway advantage on your second place driver who's looking to go 3 in a row tonight. Shannon Tankersley is looking awfully, well, it's looking awfully tough for the rest of these competitors. It's going to be an uphill road if Sam Haferty's equipment and car holds up like it's doing here in this heat race. He is bad fast right now, ladies and gentlemen. Setting a blistering place around this very fast Lone Star Speedway tonight. You know, this track was very fast when it was a half mile. I think that it's just as fast as a 3/8. You carry a lot of momentum around this speedway, and already this one's over 8 laps of distance. That was quick. That was about a minute and a half. Sam Haferty Jr., your winner. From Hallsville, Texas, outside will be John Payton, the 36. Zane Lawrence, the 76. Dale Western, the 12W. The lights are out. We're going. Oh. I don't think that start's going to work. That start's not going to work. Yeah. You could see that one from a mile away. That one was not going to work.
And then we're going to have fireworks in a little bit.
I didn't, but that's great.
We're going to have fireworks after last chance races.
Well, I'm getting a little... Albuquerque, New Mexico to set the pace on the front row with this one. 6 cars, 8 laps. Here we go. It's not necessarily where you finish. It's about how many cars to get to where you finish. And on the opening lap, Hollywood, Johnny Herrera going to spring around on the outside. Your pole sitter, Mark Huddleston, bottled up, and he'll get disposed of by 3 cars, maybe by 4 by the time he exits turn number 4, but leading lap number 1, Hollywood, Johnny Herrera in the MVP Transport, Missouri Valley Transportation, 45-back sprint place.com entry. He is rocking and rolling around the top shelf of the Speedway. I didn't realize that Hollywood had checked in to do battle tonight. Just before this heat race rolled out, I saw him on the lineup. Sam Haverty set a blistering pace in heat race number 2. And of course, Ray Allen Colhannick, your winner of heat race number 1. Those 3 cars appear to be the class of the field so far tonight. Come the main time, a lot of adjustments will be made on each of these cars. The track's going to change, and it's going to be a dandy later on this afternoon between some of the best sprint car drivers in the United States of America here tonight. Best battle on the racetrack right now is back there for that 4th spot. Back there for the 4th spot, coming through 3 and 4. As Hollywood Johnny Herrera is just absolutely checked out. Del Wester's up to 2nd now. Tyson Hall back in the 4th spot. Trying to get pressure by St. Lawrence there. John Pate. They're all waging war there. 3rd on back to 5th. They've exchanged that position several times here. Look at them go. From 3rd back to 6th, it's a war. 2, 3, and 4. Tyson Hall getting everything he wants off the exit of turn number 4 by the 76 of Lawrence. St. Lawrence hammer to the outside of the Lonestar Speedway. Can he make it stick? Look out, Zany. Kicking up the rooster tails, baby. And he'll slam it to the outside and hit the cushion in 3 and 4. Trying to get that spot over the 5 exit. Tyson Hall, the white flag is out. Johnny Herrera is coming off of turn number 4 to take the checkers, but all eyes still on these guys. Racing through 1 and 2. And off of 2 and down the back straight over the 75 as Zane Lawrence will get around the 5 exit. Tyson Hall, but to the slider in 3 and 4. What a move by Zane Lawrence through 3 and 4, throwing the slide job. In his last 5 starts, it'll be young gun Bubba McKeecher into the Troy's Auto Salvage Foxworth Welding F1 powered crude off race car number 0 from Houghton, Louisiana. Inside of number 2, Pork Chop, Kenneth Chamberlain, 7 wins 0, going the reigning track champion in car number 70. Alan Lindo, like rolling up a window, and 136 out of Hallsville, Texas. As Pork Chop trying to slide up in front of your pole sitter, Kenny Fiedler, on the up and down. They go 3 wide for 3rd down the back straightaway. Alan Lindo had to get out of it. Almost hammered the outside retaining wall there. And keep your eyes on 44 Wesley Langley, who won the B main last weekend and worked his way all the way up from dead last to 2nd after winning the B main to knock on the back door of Billy Mizell for the race lead. Now right now you got a battle shaping up. The hottest driver from Northwest Louisiana and the baddest driver from Lone Star a season ago, Pork Chop Chamberlain, and Bubba McKeecher about to go at it. The Northwest Louisiana young man, the 19-year-old, heads off into 1 and 2 in the JRP products. Kenny's towing Foxworth Welding number 0 out of Houghton, Louisiana, down the back straightaway. He'll hold him off. This young man began racing these style of cars, factory stock cars, when he was 14 to 15 years old at the old Champion Park Speedway over in Midland, Louisiana. Got out of them these last couple of years, been racing raced a Vato chassis limited modified, and didn't have quite the luck or success that he was looking for. And he got back into these cars that he's known and been racing since he was a young man. And boy, you knew that this young kid had a lot of talent. It just shows how much confidence will do for you in a good race car. It's all started when he came from 19th to 3rd at the 5,000 to win factory stock 50 at Timberline Speedway back in April. And the following week, he came back to Timberline and won on that following Friday night. And he went back, he won his heat race the following Saturday night at Arclotech Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana, exchanged slide jobs with Sean Graham, and he lost a right rear tire. But he went back to Boot Hill, scored the victory at Boot Hill the following week, and then scored a victory the following week down at Thunder Valley Speedway, a $1,000 win. And he is holding off the best driver at Lone Star Speedway right now in the factory stock division, Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain. McKeecher up to the challenge, holding off everything that the 70 of Chop can throw at him right now. Pork Chop Chamberlain and the Michael and Lisa Jones Motorsports number 70 car. He's off a 2 and down the back straightaway, the Hitman Designs entry. The Severe Graphic Zero of Young Gun Bubba McEachern, the hero in the zero, trying to go to victory lane and put Hot in Louisiana in victory lane here in heat race number 1 and trying to get the front row bid tonight. You know Pork Chop's going to throw everything he's got at him. Who 1 and 2? A young man is driving a pure flawless race here tonight. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The white flag's waving. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. McEachern may have just bobbled and, oh, nope, he did it. He's just fine. Off of turn number 4, a great race. He'll take the win. Bubba McEachern wins heat race number 1 tonight, presented by Southern Transport Incorporated. And grabbing the 3rd spot will be the 136 of Alan Lindo. Fourth, it looked like the 44 Wesley Lane. So 8 laps to this as the top 4 race fans go to the A. The top 4 all transfer to the A. Lights are out. 8 laps. Here we go. Craig Oaks looking to get the whole shot into 1 and 2 in car number 91. He'll get it, but here comes the Princeton, Louisiana racer Paul Lopez in 5. Last Saturday night's winner, Johnny Reed, working at the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4 on the opening circuit. And rolling off of turn number 4 to lead lap number 1. It'll go to car number 91 of Craig Oaks. Craig Oaks, who won his first race at the age of 15 years old at the Boot Hill Speedway over in Greenwood, Louisiana. Just said a few moments ago, whoa, they're 3 wide for 3rd there. Off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. Brian Holland is up on the wheel, folks. At 181, just disposed of the 5 of Lopez. Lopez now on the 4th and final transfer spot. He's on the bubble. Down the back straightaway, Johnny Reed rolling into here with some confidence after the victory here last Saturday night. That car has been good here every week that he checks in to do battle. And he is reeling in Craig Oaks for the race lead right now on a 1 and 2. Of course, Craig Oaks has been racing a lot in the limited modified down in South Texas. He got a win when USNTS was in town, their opening event of the 2016 season down in Goliad at the Shady Oak Speedway. Craig's been driving an express chassis, a number 99 limited modified for the majority of this season, and he just got back behind the wheel of a factory stock 3 weeks ago in this car. He's trying to get the hang of it. They're doing it off for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2. Johnny Reed trying to take advantage of the 91 of Craig Oaks. Craig Oaks trying to still get this hot chassis to his liking. Johnny Reed likes that 38 car. Craig Oaks, a wheelman indeed, doing a good job holding off Johnny Reed here for the top spot. It's a racetrack that Craig hasn't raced at a whole lot either in his career. He still holds on to the top spot. A little loose there off of exit, but enough down the boulevard to keep the 38 at bay. And the 181 of Brian Holland right there within striking distance. A little bobble. If these guys get the racing really hard here for the top spot, it could open up the door for Holland to go right by. Or maybe the 5 of Lopez, who occupies the 4th and final transfer spot. It's coming down to the wire. The white flag is out. Can Johnny Reed make a power move? He's going to have to throw everything he's got at him, and he will. He'll go to the inside. Halfway alongside the door panel of the 91. Final time down the back straightaway in the turn number 3 for the final time. Who's going to get this win? Lonestar Speedway race fans. To the inside goes Johnny Reed. But off of 4, using an outside line to his advantage of the 91. Craig Oaks, your winner. To be Clayton Coslow at a Henderson and the 99X, and Sean Graham, trouble at Shreveport, Louisiana, the XXX Rocket IRP race car chassis. The first and only ever IRP chassis built factory stock, built by Jason Ingles out of his shop in Hallsville, Texas. For Sean Graham, the overall top qualifier at last year's Armadillo Nationals event, and sat on the pole and led quite a few laps before Pork Chop Ken Chamberlain got around him to get the job done. And right now, Graham is held up, and you can see him just split the gap right there. He said, "Let me in here." Felt like he was in prison there for a few seconds. And off of 2 down the back straightaway. Your leader, though, and around goes Michael Hill on the front straight. Don't go backwards, Mike. As the caution's going to have to come out on the racetrack. That may have even been the dumbest thing. Yeah. That makes no sense.
They're not our sponsors.
It's like, dude, did you read the message?
Well, no. Which group here?
We're underway here in your once again, your third and final factory stock heat race of the night here in Kilgore. And Sean Graham, who started dead last in this race, has worked his way inside of a transfer spot. Now he's up to third into Triple X. And he's got his crosshairs down to the 31 of the White Oak Texan, Justin Holt. Holtz looking to knock on the back door for the race lead. It'll go side by side into 1 and 2. Holt, like I said, had a very fast race car here last Saturday night and caught a little bit of the bad luck biscuit, and it seems to be a big monkey on the back of the 31 lately, and he wants to get that grill off of him and go to victory lane. Joe Miller still your leader. Miller leads them into 1 and 2. You got a great race shaping up, Lone Star, in your third and final factory stock heat race. Down the back straightaway, a three-way takeover for the lead right now. Sean Graham going to dive to the bottom of the river in 3 and 4, put the pressure on for second on Justin Holt. He'll slide up the racetrack and lose some momentum, though. He'll go back to the high side there into 1 and 2. Look for a run, door-to-door for the race lead. Justin Holt with a good run, and he pushes and shoves the nose off the exit of 2. And Joe Miller skates away by car length on the entry to turn number 3. Miller doing everything he can to hold the 31 at bay in this race. Does Justin Holt have anything up his sleeve? Does he have a magic trick that he can throw to dethrone 23 of Miller? He's much better on entry and 1 and 2, but Miller much better in turns 3 and 4. Will they have enough time to approach this lap traffic? Not sure that they will. The laps are winding down in this one. It looks like they will inevitably catch this lap traffic, and they are 3 lanes wide in front, folks. This is about to get very interesting. Look out gaily down the back straightaway. You got the 99X up in front as well as the 3F. It's about to get wild, folks. We're going to race through lap traffic. This race is going to be won or lost through lap traffic. And Justin Holt takes advantage to the outside, and here comes Graham. Like I said, they're door-to-door for the race lead. That's the first time Holt was on the outside of the 23, and he bobbled there, showing some respect to the driver of the 23, and Graham tries to take advantage and goes to his inside in the 3 and 4. And a face full of checkered flag will go to your winner, Joe Miller out of Troop, Texas. Justin Holt will snack second and 31. Sean Graham from dead last will grab third. Just to be sure you can hear the top 4, 10 laps. Here we go. Daryl Mosley on the front row. That's Scotty Mann. Your first B-main event of the night. And they're 3 wide, trying to go 4 wide off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Jim Hits. And the red all-point system wholesale copiers. Number 8 car, they're 3 wide off the exit of turn number 4. Thrifty Scotty Nichols and that new IRB chassis rolling around the outside of the Lonestar Speedway, and he'll take second in command in the 1. And a big bobble there off the exit of turn number 2, and look out, Bobo. Bo Perry about to get a Band-Aid. And he's trying to get the car refired there off the exit of 2, but he can't get the job done, and the caution will come out. In the World of Outlaw Craftsman Series and all forms of motorsports throughout the night, just to let you guys know what's been going on. As Daryl Mosley sets the pace, here we go. Wide for second off the exit of turn number 2. What's going to give? What's going to budge? Real Estate. There's enough there. And to the inside of the 20 at Tidwell. And Tidwell bobbled and went up the racetrack. That was about to get interesting there. Of course, the tail of the field. Daniel Whitehill on the 5. It is, in fact, Daniel Whitehill. Bo Perry trying to rebound and work his way back into the mix. Remember, race fans, only the top 4 will transfer to the A main tonight. Only the top 4 go to the A. If you want to get there, you got to go, and you got to go now. Scotty Nichols trying to take over the race lead now. He's going to give the non-B a Daryl Mosley all he's worth for the top spot. Oh, and some contact there. The 8 of Jim Hits gets into the 2 of Bo Perry in turn number 2. Back up front, we look at the non-B of Daryl Mosley holding off a charge from the B1 of Thrifty Scotty Nichols. Scotty Nichols. You know, I often talk about bad luck and drivers having a lot of bad luck, and Jim Hits, look out. Jim Hits facing the front straightaway wall. The window net's already down. Is he okay? He ain't moving at all. Seriously, of this one. Billy Joe Bruchin and the Jackson winning service number 78 up to third. The top 4 go to the A. The lights are back out. We're ready to play. Here we go. Turns 1 and 2. Mosley still leads, rolling off the exit. Good racing there, mid-pack. as Nate Gaines trying to work his way into the mix. They're door-to-door for the fourth and final transfer spot. All eyes on the fourth and final transfer spot. Scotty Nichols trying to mount a charge, but nope, he can't. There's a new Vision Graphic. Jackson Welding Service number 78, Gotcha Chassis. Billy Joe Bruchin goes to second. He wants the race lead. He went to second, and he got a smell of the race lead. He said, I want the whole dang pie. And the 78 is hooked up around the outside of the Lonestar Speedway. Let's see if he can get the job done. Daryl Mosley, though, with a win here last season. Billy Joe hasn't won here since 2014. 13 Nichols has never won here. Nate Gaines looking for his first career win here tonight, as well as the 14 back there in the fifth spot. Door-to-door for the top spot through 3 and 4. Coming down to the wire here. Off of 4 down the front boulevard. Daryl Mosley leads at the flag stand. Billy Joe Bruchin in second and 78, still keeping them within striking distance. 13 Nichols reels back into 78. The 78 gets such a good drive off the exit of 2. Round goes to 20 at the bottom of 1 and 2, but no harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. Now it's Brent Tidwell losing the handle. The white flag is out for Daryl Mosley. Digging like Daryl. Literally. The 9B in the turn number 3 for the final time, trying to hold off Billy Joe. Billy Joe says, you know, I want the top spot, but you know what? I'll give it to you, Daryl. Daryl Mosley going to win B main number 1 for the limited modifieds here tonight at Lone Star. The Jackson Welding Service number 78, Billy Joe Bruchin will come home in second. And the B1 is Scotty Thrifty Nichols. Did Nate Gaines for Jr. Outside is Obie Gailey from Stonewall, Louisiana. Inside of 3, it's Kelly Lockie from Tyler, Texas. Tracy Cundiff in the 151C. Terry Roach, Corey Weatherford, David Armstrong, Kevin Simpson. Here we go. Headed off into 1 and 2 for the first. Oh, and contact! TJ Evans got into the left rear quarter of Max Eddy Thomas, but Max Eddy, he plays, well, sending to promoter school. He's going to have the work cut out for him, though. He could have easily got off the throttle there and killed the car. He would have had to go to the tail anyway for being the only car stopped on the racetrack. So, like I said, we'll go ahead and send him to promoter school. Armstrong hauling tail through the infield. Look out. Not sure what's going on there. Running away up front, TJ Evans, and what a slider there for second off of turn number 4. How about the 16-year-old Boone Evans throwing the slide job on Gailey, and now Kelly Lockie knocking on his back door there. So TJ Evans up front here at Lone Star. And Boone Evans, the 16-year-old, rides in second. Kelly Lockie to third in the RP Chassis P&W Sales Jeff Bates Performance car number 14. Gailey in fourth. Max Eddy Thomas, who started on the pole and got a tap on the tail feather on the opening lap, has worked his way back inside of the top 4. Give it to Max Eddy. Max Eddy already back inside of the top 4. He was just playing a little games with you. He said, you know what? I don't even need a caution. I think I can get back into the mix here and get into the show. I don't need a crutch. He's been so good in Copeland Motorsports 8. His Open Wheel Modified program for 2016. First time I've ever seen Max Eddy drive this particular limited modified. As we say, a wheel man's a wheel man. They put their fire suit on one leg at a time, and they can get the job done in any classic car that they choose to hop behind the wheel of. Running away up front is the Kilgore Texan TJ Evans, approaching David Armstrong to lap traffic. But second, third, and fourth is heating up there for third. Oh, look out. The 25 of Max Eddy Thomas putting the heat all over Kelly Lockie. And this is where you got to know that you're in the show. These top 4 cars, you don't want to get racing too hard. You also don't want to be too conservative either. But if you get over aggressive and you start racing too hard, you might get in there and rub up each other, maybe cut a tire down and end up finding yourself outside looking into the A main. And Max Eddy has a half a straightaway advantage over the 5th place position. So he's comfortably inside of the A main right now. He just has to drive it around to the checkers. As TJ Evans setting a blistering pace, though, up front here in this B main event. Kelly Lockie going to try to go to the second spot after the 16-year-old Balla there at the top of turn number 2 and opened up the door for the Tyler Texan Kelly Lockie, and they'll split the lap traffic through 3 and 4. What a move by Kelly Lockie. Kelly Lockie still trying to go to second. That young man, though, the 16-year-old Boone Evans. We got a pair of 16-year-old phenoms here tonight. Boone Evans doing battle with Kelly Lockie. TJ Evans is going to get a face full of checkered flag this time by down the front straightaway, but the battle for second is off of turn number 4, and at the line, give it to Boone Evans. Kelly Lockie will grab third, and grabbing the 4th and final transfer spot goes to Max Eddy Thomas. IRP of Bobby Ruffin trying to go back-to-back. Bailey Dosser out of Ruskin, 12. Royce Jones in 07 out of Troop. Jason Tyner in 44. The lights are out. We're ready to play 20 laps the distance here at Lone Star tonight. Headed off into 1 and 2 for the first time in this main event. They're 3 and 4 wide mid-pack off of 2. Is it going to shake out? They have all the real estate they need, 75 feet wide. And down the back straightaway, look out, Boone Evans. He'll stay clean and we stay green, though. A little bit of contact there. Leading lap number 1 goes to the 47 of JoJo Wilhelm. JoJo Wilhelm being pressured here by the 15 of Denny Gabar. And Daryl Mosley got a little shot in the shorts. It looked like maybe. I'm not sure if he was already coming around, but the 14 of Kelly Lockie inevitably got into the 9B. Oh, and the caution came out, and Daryl got the car refired. One lap complete, 19 laps to go here at Lone Star. As we smash back on the loud pedal, your race leader of the 47X is JoJo Wilhelm, and he'll lead them down the front boulevard into turn number 1. Driving the rock and roll Whataburger. RKT operating. IRP number 15 or 47, and he's got his hands full. Denny Guyver takes the race lead. Denny Guyver's got it in the turn number 3. He got around, but battling back to the inside for the race lead comes JoJo. He said, I'm not ready to give it to you just yet, Denny. And Denny trying to get back into victory lane here at Lone Star for the first time in the 2016 season in a limited modified. He's been so dominant here over the last few seasons in this division. Like I said a few moments ago, he and the driver who now sits in the 4th spot battling for 3rd. Racing Jason Ingles are the winningest drivers here dating back to 2011. Ingles has 28 wins here. Oh, and the 121 of Bobby Ruffin last Saturday night's winner just got into the big boss, Ross Malone out of Powderly, and sent him to promoter school. Even though he got a shot in the shorts there, send Ross to promoter school. We stay clean and green. As down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, Denny Gabar now has the advantage by 2.5, 3 car lengths off of turn number 4 over the 47 of JoJo Wilhelm. And racing Jason Ingles trying to catch that lead duo. A pair of IRPs, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with Travis Evans in an IRP. Here comes the 4R of Kevin Rowland. Oh, and Rowland just gave a shot in the shorts. Evans is broke, though. That's the problem. Travis Evans broken off the pace. Look out, Dosser. Oh, my goodness, that was close. Everybody trying to avoid a disaster there, coming through 3 and 4 with the car limping around the outside of the speedway is Travis Evans. The madman is gonna look out, Travis. Get there. He's got it. And the caution's out. G, the rock and roll guy. He's rocking and rolling around the outside of the Lone Star Speedway, though. Lights are out. We're backing away. Well, my good friend, Mr. Robbie Duncan just came up. A little bit of a friendly debate, if you will. Denny Guyver's a good friend of mine. Right now, though, I'm going to talk about this race in action. Ricky Ingles just slid right up in front of Jason Tyner back there for the 5th or 6th spot. And the battles are heating up. Last Saturday night's winner, Bobby Ruffin's now working to the inside of his chassis builder. Jason Ingles for the 3rd spot. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. JoJo Wilhelm still occupies 2nd. Ingles trying to do everything he can to reel in the 47 to get around him to potentially get to the 15 and try to steal a win away here at his home racetrack. Of course, well documented, Jason Ingles back behind the wheel full-time in 2016, able to have some fun. He was racing last night at Boot Hill, the track he has not been able to race at, or didn't race at last year because he had the promoter hat on. Well, I know Jason's happy to be back full-time at it. You got really good battles all over the Lone Star Speedway tonight. Racy from top to bottom and all parts in between. What more do you want? As right now, though, Denny Guyver crosses the flag stand. Your leader in 15. Still 47. JoJo Wilhelm occupies the 2nd spot. In 3rd, it's Bobby Ruffin, last Saturday's winner. Top 5 right now, all kind of evened out around the same, around top 5. Separated about the same distance back to the 215 of the Kilgore Texan. TJ Evans, he's going to throw a slider on Jason Tyner. Can he clear him? That was close. Tyner had to drive it way up the hill. Evans put it to his inside. That was An interesting battle right there. Let's see how that one shakes out. Evans drove way up the hill that time and lets Billy Joe Bruchin go down on his inside. Now Billy Joe going to drop down on his inside. So Denny Guyver, or Denny Gabar, we're going to find out if he wins this race in victory lane officially. That's what Miss Susie Ingles last night told me at the Super Race at Boot Hill that it's Gabar. I said, well, I've interviewed Denny so many times in his career. I've always said Denny Guyver, and he's never corrected me. He said it's Gabar. Well, tonight I've announced it Gabar because I took her word for it, and I just had a good friend of his, Mr. Robbie Duncan, come up here and correct me and say, no, it's Guyver. So we've got two different stories, two different parties. If he wins this race, we're finding out for sure tonight. But if not, we'll just call him Denny G. So Denny G leads in the 1 and 2 still on the Wilkerson Motorsports Batmobile 15W, the 4S custom chassis. He's got a half a straightaway advantage over your second place driver from Kilgore. The RKT operating IRP number 47 of JoJo Wilhelm. He's getting pressured hard now by the Crandall Texan, Bobby Ruffin. Ruffin trying to get back to the second spot here. And if a caution flag comes out, he may have an opportunity to go back-to-back and get into victory lane 2 weeks in a row here in Kilgore. But he would have to have a caution, I think, to save him to get there. Back and forth, it's still racing Jason Ingles. And how about the driver in fifth? Had to work his way after a mishap early on in his heat race to get the final transfer spot. That was luck is what that was for Kevin Rowland in the heat. But sometimes you'd rather be lucky any day. And Kevin Rowland has a lot of that on his side. Obviously winning the Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship a few weeks ago at the Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track in Justin, Texas. As I've mentioned earlier, beat Nick Clickenbeard by 1/1000th of a second at the checkered flag. So right now, looking to approach lap traffic, but the white flag is out and the sand in the hourglass has ran out for the competitors. Denny's broke off the exit of turn number 2. Denny Guyver broke on the last lap at 15. Denny Guyver broke, and Bobby Ruffin may be wishing he went for the 47 more in this race, and he goes to the inside off of 4. Drag racing to the checkers. Your winner tonight goes to JoJo Wilhelm after the heartbreak coattail for the 15 of Denny Guyver. I don't think he wanted to tell us what his name was tonight. My goodness. Doing a little broadcast on that, so. We get ready to go green. The kid. That walk back up the stairs wore me out. Oh, a little bit of contact there for fifth, and Justin Ingles gets bottled up. Look out. Everybody getting around unscathed there. Still trying to catch my own breath. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? This combine will be 3 laps in the books, and Max Eddie Thomas up to the challenge tonight. But the 16-year-old phenom in the GRT. Around goes Wes Armstrong in turn number 3. Oh. For the Architects, Doug Ingles, the National Berkeley Hall of Famer. They had an open wheel modified Hall of Fame presenting it on his way to it. The 16-year-old Todd Clinton is back on the lap over, back on the way. Headed off back into 1 and 2. Hennigan going to roll the hub and go even with the 10, and he pushes up the racetrack. He's going to open the door for the Flower Mound Texan, Kevin Rutherford. That'll even out for Rutherford. That run down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. They're bottling up down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. John Webb, Pauls Valley, Oklahoma racer, is coming to a halt at the top of turn number 3. He may not stop. He could pull out. Yep, he'll pull in the infield. Send him to promoter school. John Webb from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, pulls it down to the infield. Tough break for John Webb, making the long haul. And here comes Hennigan, knocking on the back door to the young man for the race lead in the 1 and 2. Hennigan got a slide right up in front for the race lead. Hennigan slides up in front, and he'll take the top spot away from the 16-year-old and the 10 Todd Clampett. The kid, though, you can't shake a stick at him. He's doing a well of a job here tonight. The fact that he was even able to hold off Chris Hennigan for several circuits, and Jerry Jackson. So once again, it'll be the 16-year-old Todd Clampett who re-inherits the race lead if we go back to the last completed lap. Winning again, Chris Hennigan. Flower Mound, Texas racer in the 9. Kevin Rutherford, we're back green. Here we go. back into 1 and 2. Rolling the hub is Winnigan Pinnigan. Rutherford going to roll the outside of the racetrack and look for that. Oh, making contact with the walls, the Bedford Bullet, Taylor Ratliff. No harm, no foul. We stay clean, we stay green. On through 3 and 4. Down the front boulevard, Rutherford trying to get Chris Hennigan. Ollie's right there. Now for the second spot. You wonder if maybe that caution flag paid dividends for the driver out front, the 16-year-old Ty Clampett.
Making sure you guys are on your toes, okay? Just kidding, that's an accident. Sometimes you just gotta own it. Yeah. Chris just asked me if I got second, didn't he? That's something I'm going to talk to Chris about. As that young man who finished second tonight, the 16-year-old. Me and Chris Hennigan has probably met victory lane more than any other driver since 2009. So we're again, Chris Hennigan out front. Well, Chris, back in victory lane for the second week over here at Lonestar Speedway, and you know, this didn't necessarily come easy the first 10 laps or so. That young man out of Texas, Mcneill old TRT chassis, Ty Clampett. Boy, is that kid a wheelman or what?
Yeah, you can't, you give a good car to a kid like that, he's going to do well, and he's doing it.
How much do you talk to Ty? Like, do you guys communicate any? Do you help him out with stuff or anything like that? Just curious.
Yeah, we do, but he's basically been saying where, you know, he's comfortable, and him and his dad do a good job, and Bobby with them, they do a good job of keeping it up, and you know, they're going good.
What year was it again you started your racing career? What age?
16.
16. He's 16 years old. Do you see a spitting image of yourself in that kid?
Yeah, I see a lot of wins in that kid. He's going to get it.
I don't want to make this all about Ty. Just, you know, you had to stop him there for a few laps, and I thought it was interesting. He tied in with that 15-year-old GRT race car. You got a lot of wins in that car. This large race car, man, is on another planet right now, Chris. You ended up winning this race by straightaway and some. You got the biggest race of your season coming up next weekend at your home racetrack. Not putting pressure on you. You won it 3 times in your career, but you want that 10,000 at Doug Murphy Memorial next weekend presented by Comp Hands of the Architects.
Yeah, I think we got a good shot. I think Ty and him got a good shot, so it's as long as we stay on top, I think we'll be all right.
Well, you got, you know, guys like Rodney Sanders and the list goes on and on. Johnny Stormy Scott are all going to be there. You know you have to be at your best, and no mistakes to be made. And I know you've learned that over the years. And those big races over 100 cars, I mean, just one little fall could put you out from making the show or not.
Yeah, it's tough with them guys, but them guys are just names. You know, you give some kids some opportunities like they got, the money they got, and man, that's all it is. You just gotta look at it that way.
You won 2 of them yourself, and you've beaten all of them before, Chris, and told many people that if Chris Hennigan had the funding and somebody put him on a national tour, Chris Hennigan would be a national champion, I do believe. But congratulations on an outstanding run tonight. Let's say about all the great sponsors on the 16 real quick there.
Spirit Oil and Gas, C&C Directional Drilling, Rollo's, Career Search, Panel Trucks, J&J Motorsports, Career Search, I said Career Search, C&C Oilfield, MB Custom. There's a lot of people that Mike and Dad and all of them, and Glenn over there in the pits, and Dustin helped out today, so there's a lot of help, my wife, and Brooklyn.
All right, man, I know this is kind of dragging on here. One last question. Out of all the races that you've had success in, like you said, you had a lot of success even in a Skyrocket. You won a USMTS race in a Skyrocket. Is this the best car that Chris Hennigan's ever had? I mean, I know that these things change every year. Technology changes. Is this the best car you've had?
I think so. The best car, a lot of help, and you know, maybe if we had the help we got now on the other cars, that'd be just as good. But this one's pretty good.
Hell of a job tonight, Chris. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Give it up for Lonestar Speedway. Win again, Chris Hennigan in victory lane here at Lonestar. I don't know what to say. So proud of you.
Thank you. Of course, Chris is one of the best racers around. I mean, he got around me so clean. But
Where did you feel like though when you're out there holding off for those first 4 or 5 laps?
boy, that's all I thought. Boy,
Run for your life.
if I knew he was behind me, I knew he had a fast race car.
And I know you got to be really happy for this RT, man. I think you got a win coming much sooner than a lot of people even expected.
Oh yeah. Of course, I got to thank all the team editors on this car. Donnie Powers, Bobby Benoit, my dad, my mom, my cousin, and Daryl. But they're the ones who make this car go else, I wouldn't be here for them.
Spoken like a true racer and a true, like you've been doing this for so many years. That's how you make it sound, man. Like I said, Tom, I don't ever say anything biased on this mic, man. I think it's easy to say that everybody here is interested to see your career progress, and you're a hell of a real man, young man, and just keep at it. Keep that confidence, man. You'll find victory lane very soon.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, stuff for the young Henderson pick for the 16-year-old tackle landed. In the house tonight, Kevin, I think you raced at Lonestar since the Armadillo Nationals maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, we actually came down for that 10,000 to win show last year. That was the last time we were here. This is our first time here this year. And this car, pretty happy with it. We struggled a little bit in the heat race, finished third, put up behind in the feature, but I think we made a good recovery.
You were in a Shaw car earlier in the year, right? Is this still a Shaw?
Yes, sir. This is my second Shaw car of the year after we flipped that first one earlier this year.
Yeah, I mean, he had some good runs earlier in the year with USMTS. I was down there in Goliath, some other tracks. Well, what are your plans for the rest of this year? I know you have some big things coming up, but tell me a little about what your plans are this year.
I honestly have zero plans. I usually pick where I'm going to race about 5 days in advance. My fans hate it, and I apologize, but it kind of depends wherever the money's at. USMTS will mainly be up north the rest of the year, so we won't be with them too much.
You got to hunt down that $10,000 next weekend at Untitled Speedway, Comcast Murphy Memorial?
We actually already made plans. We will not be there next weekend, but
Don't hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. The rest of the big shows will be at.
I understand, man. Hey, do what you got to do, and always great to see you here. I have one question. I'm a Louisiana boy. I have no idea where Flower Mountain is. Tell me where it's at. I know Justin Melton's from there, I think, but tell me how far is that from here?
It's about 2.5 hours. If you blow out 2 rear tires on the truck like we did today, it's about 5 hours.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully you got a little change that you can help out the rig and get you up and down the road. Good to see you here tonight, though, Kevin, man. Awesome third place finish.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin Rutherford, ladies and gentlemen, gets third here tonight.
The ASCS National Tour competitor won his first ever race here at Lone Star last season, and he finished second here in a World of Outlaws race back in 2009 out of Sunnyvale, Texas. Of course, it's Sam Haferteeth Jr. in 15H. Number 2 of the 15 team will be Michael Mcneill making his first start at Lone Star. And outside in the 12W, former winner here at Lonestar Speedway at the Thunder on the High Banks, Del Wester won here in the 305 4 years ago. Inside of row number 3, the current point leader, second place points man on the tour. Sorry about that. Ray Allen Kulhanek set a blistering pace in his heat race right around the outside of the Lone Star Speedway. It'll be interesting to see if Ray Allen Kulhanek's car works to expectation like it did in the heat. Point leader, Shannon Tankersley. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, when these stars and cars of the American Sprint Car Series Gulf South region roll through turns 3 and 4, they want to see each and every one of you race fans up on your feet on this Memorial Day weekend. Once again, if not for all the folks that have laid their lives on the line for this great country, would not be able to be here tonight to celebrate this great sport of dirt track racing. What a blessing it is that we were born in the United States of America. Off of 4-3 wide adrenaline rush. It's the American Sprint Car Series here at Lone Star Speedway tonight in Kilgore, Texas. The distance tonight here in Kilgore. It'll be Zane Lawrence, 76-year pole sitter, alongside the Sunnyvale Texan Sam Haferteeth Jr. looking to put his second career win here at Lone Star Speedway into the history books tonight. The lights around here. Ended off into 1 and 2, trying to get the whole shot. Lawrence slides up on Haferteeth. Haferteeth has just enough room to escape off of 2 down the back straightaway with the command into turn number 3 by 5 car lengths. Haferteeth, your leader, coming off of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1 of the 15H. Give it to Sam Haferteeth Jr. Haferteeth with the lead on lap number 1. Look for a lot of sliders on the opening circuit of this one. Oh, we got one around in 1. We got one around in turn number 1. And that'll draw the caution early. Good start in this one tonight. 2, 3, and 4 are going to Sam Haverty Jr., the Sunnyvale Texan. He's got a 7-car length advantage as he dives off to the bottom of 1 and 2. He's off the exit of 2 and down the back straightaway. Zane Lawrence the second, and 76. He had an outstanding heat race performance earlier this afternoon. And he still rolls in second right around the hub of the Speedway. Off of 4, Mcneill, Michael Mcneill on the 15T, rolling the outside, trying to find some momentum, and he'll try to go to second. He'll lose that momentum, though, and all the momentum that he gained on that outside line. The battle for second is heated up, and trying to throw the slide job back there for the 4th spot. Cole Hannock trying to pull. Shannon Tankersley and Ray Allen Cole Hannock doing battle back there. The 4th and 5th positions. Haverty is setting a blistering pace around the Lonestar Speedway tonight. He is already halfway down the back straightaway. He's entering turn number 3 right now. He's already got a straightaway on the field. Mcneill now occupies the 2nd spot. Zane Lawrence back to 3rd. In the 4th spot, it is Tankersley. In 5th, it's Ray Allen Cole Hannock in 21T. And the 6th spot is Michael Spike Lang of the Palm Harbor Homes, 14. And Hollywood Johnny Herrera at Albuquerque, New Mexico in 45X. Heavy lap traffic up in front of your leader, but he's got a sizable enough advantage that he can be able to carve his way through, but no rear view mirrors, no radios, no crew members to signal you, to let you know how far out front you are. Haverty's just got to go, not having any idea how far of an advantage he may have on the 2nd place competitor, who happens to be Michael Mcneill in the 15. Michael Mcneill driving a flawless race here tonight, as he took that 2nd spot away from Lawrence several laps ago. Tyson Hall expires the 5X. His front meter's been pegged early in this one, as Haverty meticulously carving his way through lap traffic. A caution may be the saving grace for any other competitor if they want to get into the mix and try to win this race tonight. Of course, Sam Haverty Jr. starting on the outside pole. You kind of think to yourself, yeah, maybe an uphill battle for the rest of the competitors. Of course, Haverty won the A qualifier of the Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship 2 weeks ago and set on the outside pole, finished in the top 5. They did not get the job done like he would have wanted to. He rolls back in here to one of his home racetracks, his family-owned speedway, and he is setting a torrid pace. He's putting on an absolute clinic right now. If you've ever seen a clinic be displayed on a racetrack, it's exactly what driver 15H is doing right now from Sunnyvale, Texas. He has already disposed of half of the field in this race. He's looking to put down Dale Wester right now on the 12, and he will. Dale Wester, a former 305 winner here at the Speedway. Sam Haverty Jr. is absolutely clicking them off and putting them down here tonight. I would love to see the lap times at 15 is putting down as he heads off into turn number 1. The next car to be a victim to go a lap down will be Dustin Gates. So he go down for the 2nd time. Mcneill, Tankersley now, I'm sorry, occupies the 2nd spot, and he is down the back straightaway in the middle of 3 and 4 right now, and Haverty is in the middle of the back straightaway. And the caution is going to come out on the 17. Caution will come out on the 17 of Travis Elliott. Haverty looking inevitable that he may go to victory lane tonight, but he's got to click on 25 perfect circuits here at Lone Star tonight. Pull this victory away from the Sunnyvale Texas tonight, I do believe. But we'll find out. The lights are back out. We're underway. Oh, we got cars 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Some of them are lap cars, no doubt. And it makes that kind of interesting as they go through 3 and 4, into turns 3 and 4. Looking back a little bit mid-pack as Haverty still your leader at the line. Johnny Herrera, he'll clear a few lap cars and he'll go to 2nd now. Johnny Herrera, he goes to 2nd at Albuquerque, New Mexico to the Mississippi Valley Transport. Print place, 45X car. Johnny Herrera has a good race car. He may need 1 caution to re-rack and stack this field to potentially give him a chance to maybe give Haverty a shot at this win tonight. The sand in the hourglass is running out for Hollywood. Because Haverty is already into turn number 3. And Herrera Sam Haverty Jr. leaving right where he left off during that long green flag run. Moving back green with 12 laps to go. And Sam Haverty Jr. just leaving right where he left off, setting the blistering pace around Lone Star, rolling right through the center in 3 and 4, and he dives to the bottom in 1 and 2. That car is so fast. Looks like he's leaving vapor trails at the top of the wing. Of course, 360 cubic inch power plants underneath the hood, direct drives underneath these 1,200-pound machines. Haverty making it a snoozer for the rest of his competitors tonight, as he is working down the back straightaway, and he is possibly about to lap the driver who started alongside the front row with him tonight. Zane Lawrence in the 76 is about to be a victim to go a lap down, as well as driver 15, Michael Mcneill, who was the driver who was in second for the majority of this race. Sam Haverty Jr. is about to put the 2 cars who are running second and third in this race respectively at one time down a lap. Will he get the job done? The laps are winding down. We're getting around, I think it's 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Haverty trying to get through the lap traffic. He goes 3 wide through lap traffic. Look out, Sammy. You got the race almost won, bud. The white flag is out for Haverty. The Sunnyvale Texan will head off at 2. Down the back straightaway, he has yet to put these 2 cars a lap down. And he'll get around Mcneill, or try. He'll dive to the bottom. But off of turn number 4, his second career win at Lonestar Speedway comes tonight with the Gulf South region. It's Sam Haverty Jr. in Victor Lane at Lone Star. And Hollywood Johnny Herrera to the MVT. PrintPlace.com 45X out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, I believe, will go third, or second rather. And third will be Shannon Tankersley, your current point leader on the tour.
From the 2016 season, a little bit earlier. Only 2 weeks ago, this was on our way, 70. On the highway 796 LoneStarSpeed.com. 15H from Sunnyvale, Texas. He's climbing out of the race car. Sam Haverty Jr. Now, ASCS, we're going to right here at Lone Star. How about it, Sam? You picked some good race car, Chad. You really cashed it. You stand on a big win here tonight. Before that green flag run, you get lapped up on 8. You had about straight path on the competition. And I wasn't sure if you had that sizable advantage behind your vantage point, but I know you had to think at that point you had a good race car.
Good. People don't know the kind of hard work that goes in on our program. And, no, we're 2 nights in a row building it, getting the car. It actually runs a good. We're going to do some homework and come back. Definitely.
I know, and then it's great. Sorry about that, Tom. Go ahead.
No, just to have a motor in the car that wasn't really running good and it's still dominating like we did. It's pretty awesome. Got to thank everybody behind us still. Keith Dobbs, Ryan Beasley puts a lot of hours in. Frank Arts comes out to help. Clark's family, they're number 1 supporter, number 1 fans we got, and without them guys, we couldn't do all this all the time. And just wanted to put on a good show for you fans tonight. Appreciate y'all coming out on Memorial Day. I know y'all had other things you could have done, and just choose to come here is pretty awesome.
Absolutely, Highway 79 Collision Center. I know it's a huge asset for you. What does that mean to you to have this opportunity where you can go out and do what you love to do? Like you said, it's a lot of hard work, but when you have nights like this, man, it sure is rewarding.
Back when I was with the bill and doing this deal, and it was pretty tough on me, pretty hard on me. You got depressed a lot, trying to figure
figure out if funding's going to work out, and then Keith came along, and definitely it's a lot easier now. I'm having a lot more fun, and having more fun than I've ever had in my entire career.
You won your first one here at Lonestar last year. You come back and get your second one here tonight. Now, what does that mean? I mean, I know that Devil's Bowl means a lot to you. It's something connected to, obviously, your family owns and operates it. It's got to be really special to win here.
Just to be honest, it's too much pressure. You know, we come here, they expect me to win because, well, his dad owns the racetrack. And
You never test here.
we've tested one time this last year, but, you know, in all honesty, we don't. I run a lot out here when I run my sprint car, and no, it's just awesome. We know the clay pretty well. I mean, where other guys probably struggled, so, which is why we're so dominant tonight. But like I say, I appreciate all you fans coming out. Awesome.
Outstanding clinic tonight by you. Congratulations, Sam. Sam, Everett, Jr., pick the button, put it on. Check down the
Here was Billy.
Ready to get traffic down on that, when they drop the green on that next green flag run, man. Did you have anything for Sammy, you think?
No, we worked out good. I think I was pretty lucky to run second. Got a good restart there at the bottom and guys left it open for me, but really we didn't have that good of a race car. We just got lucky. Probably should have run probably third or fourth, really. But like I said, we're going to run it probably that way. Real kind of, just fortunately, I made a couple right choices on the restart there, got in position, and then we just drove. And that's the first day I moved around and he's got a way better race car.
Oh, really good date, though. Did you make any adjustments on it for the game, or you just leave it as it was?
I didn't make too many, or maybe I should have, because it's good.
So everybody helps you out on the 45S machines.
Well, I'm going to say, I'm Steve Valley Transportation Champion. I'm more than estimated. Of course, Chris is helping my guys, and you guys can come out and help me all the time, and my wife is supporting me and letting me do this.
Good to see you here. It's Johnny Hood, I think that. They marked the top three for the outkeeper. Give a shot, give it better. But right. Now what? Sometimes you still throw in the towel, right?
Yes.
I thought we did when we fixated there, and
It got cold later. Actually, it got cold. It got cold.
a little bit of ESPN breaking news. We get a winner from the last Saturday night, and he's going to go back to back. They're just getting word that the 47 at JoJo Hill was disqualified, and a limited modified A main probably would have been wow. He had to get one more right. I know you don't want to see this play, but yeah.
we get ready to drop the hammer. Craig Oaks led lap number 1 of the factory stock A main here tonight. And Bubba McEachern did not get the good restart that he wanted in 0. And Pork Chop Chamberlain will go to the outside, and we got one around. It's Brian Holland on the front straightaway. The caution will have to come out most likely. Caution's going to immediately come back out on the racetrack. As we get ready to light the fire and restart the party off of turn number 4, Craig Oaks on the loud pedal. Here we go. Craig Oaks in 91. Here comes Bubba McEachern. He got a much better restart that time than he did on the last one. Bubba McEachern will drive it to the bottom of the hill and go to the inside of the 70 at Chamberlain, and Pork Chop is pushing. Oh, look out, Johnny Reed. Johnny Reed about wrapped the turn 2 retaining wall. He got up on 2 wheels momentarily. He's back down on all 4s, but I don't know if he'll be able to limp that car to the Heartbreak Hotel or not. We'll have to put him on a tow truck to bring into Misery City, and he'll put it down to the infield. We stay clean and green. Tough break for the Lairdale Texan, trying to go back-to-back after his win here last Saturday night. Johnny Reed is done for the night. Put a fork in him. Off of 4, though. Craig Oaks is in the lead in a hot chassis. Best engine power number 91 machine. Craig Oaks is being stalked and hawked by the winningest driver at Lonestar Speedway a year ago. 7 wins at Lone Star a year ago for the driver, and tough break for the young gun Bubba McEachern in the JRP Products Foxworth Welding Kenny's Tow and Crude Off race car number 0. The hero. He is done DONE for the night as well. Goodness. So the young man cashed in on some good luck over the last few weeks. He has won a heat race at every single racetrack that he's checked in and raced at this season. At least won 1 heat race at every single racetrack he's checked into. He's cashed in on 3 victories, but boy, he could probably have several more, if not for a little bit of heartbreak like he just experienced there. As we take back a look here for the top spot, Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain, 7 wins a year ago, won the final race of the year, and he also won the Armadillo Nationals, won all the big Crown Jewel events. He didn't venture out a whole lot, though, from Lone Star. A lot of folks wonder how Pork Chop's going to stack up if he moves over to Boot Hill or he goes to Vivian. I'll tell you that he started 22nd at the Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship and drove his way up to a top 10 finish in the 10th spot. Craig Oaks holding on to the lead. I was talking about it over here. Craig has been behind the wheel of a limited modified car for the majority of the last several years, but he has always known the in and outs of these factory stocks. He was building factory stock cars, Team 91 Motorsports chassis. He's still got a few around the area in competition. Scott Young drives one of them, a very competitive car. And this particular car, a hot chassis that Craig Oaks just recently purchased. And one thing you can say about the Oaks family, whether you're speaking of his father, Edward, or Craig, you never know what they're going to show up in. I think they've got more race cars than Scott Bloomquist. Off of 4. Craig Oaks up to the challenge. He's held off Pork Chop every lap. It's getting them down to that point, though, where Chop's going to have to throw a little seasoning on it. As he's got the 91 right where he wants him. I'm telling you right now, if Chamberlain's right here within this close enough of striking distance, when this race comes down to it, when he needs to make his move, he will make that move. He may not make it, it may not stick, it may not pay dividends for him, but I guarantee you, Pork Chop Chamberlain is not going to settle for second without making a dive bomb charge for the lead. I'm calling it right now. You heard it here. You can count on it. Car 70 will make a dive bomb move and try to pass for this race lead coming down to the wire. Craig Oaks leading into 3 and 4 in car number 91. This is the 5th time out in this hot chassis, blue and yellow lettered entry for Craig Oaks, formerly out of Jonesville, Texas. And he relocated to move to San Antonio. He raced a lot down in South Texas, the South Texas Speedway in Corpus Christi and Shady Oaks and Goliad. He won the first limited modified race in Goliad this year when the United States Modified Touring Series was in town down in Shady Oaks. He won that night. And he's got several wins this season at various different racetracks as well in that limited program. It's good to see Craig Oaks back in a factory stock. Of course, one of the most prestigious factory stock events in the area, the Arclotech Speedway's 5,000 win Cajun Classic. Craig Oaks started 22nd one year and drove Ed Cox's K8 car all the way up to a 2nd place finish. He's a wheelman indeed, and here comes Chop. Chop is trying to turn to the outside, and he'll leave him enough real estate to the outside as Craig Oaks Interesting. He did not know that that lane was there, and Pork Chop takes advantage of it. He's probably thinking to himself, why didn't I try that 4 laps ago? And Pork Chop Chamberlain will lead at the stripe this time by in 70. The winningest driver a year ago trying to get back on the podium here at the Speedway. As he has not went to victory lane in his last 5 starts here. That's too many for Chop. He'll tell you in victory lane if he can hold on. One of the more exciting drivers to interview, that's for sure. And it's not over yet. Craig Oaks is very, very good at manipulating traffic right in front of Pork Chop and Craig Oaks. Look out. Ugh. Lap traffic looping right in front of your leaders, and they stay on the gas, and we stay green. Whew. I thought that was about to get nasty. We've lost quite a few cars in this one. So once again, Pork Chop separating himself now down the back straightaway in the turn number 3. He's got about a 3.5 car length advantage. The lap car to the 28 is Clinton. Sean Graham of the Triple X Rocket inside of the top 5 tonight. Justin Holt doing a fine job tonight as well. Good job by the 3rd place racer, Joe Miller. One of the best runs he's had all of 2016 as well. So Joe Miller, Josh Clinton is slow down the back straightaway. Or Taylor Clinton, sorry. Taylor Clinton slow down the back straightaway. And Alan Lindo in the 136. The white flag is out though. The white flag has already been displayed, and Pork Chop has got a sizable lead down the back chute. Into 3 and Lindo. They're all going to the bottom. It doesn't matter. Off of turn number 4 from Jacksonville, Texas, getting a face full of checkered flag. His first win here at Lone Star this season. Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain gets the job done. Back in victory lane where he likes to be. And the 91 of Craig Oaks will grab 2nd. The Troop Texan Joe Miller will grab the 3rd spot. In 4th will be the IRP Chassis Triple X of Sean Graham from...
Hey, everybody, let's do Lonestar Speedway. Come out the car. Get the Mcneill quality wave. It's snowing all night long. Pork Chop, Kenneth Chamberlain, back in victory place. Right here. Come on. Up to me. Yes. See ya.
What about H93?
We got it on the sweet spot. So you found the sweet spot in this number 70 car tonight. The winningest driver here last year. You won off to the Nationals. All you could win here. You come back tonight. You get your first win here of the year. I think you were going to go up there in second. Sorry, but I think you were going to get your second one sooner than this.
I was weeks ago, but it didn't have Father Craig Oaks tonight. I knew it wasn't going to, if I was going to have to pass him, it was going to be from the bottom of the top, and mine's the top. So I waited till he got a little slow, and I had to go.
Told the race fans that Chop's going to make his move. You know, I also talked about Craig hasn't raced a whole lot up here lately. You know, he's been racing a lot in South Texas. You know the in and outs of this racetrack, and when you made that move to the outside, I said to myself, I wonder why he didn't make that move a few laps earlier. I'm sure you were just waiting until the race kind of winded down, so just in case it wasn't up there, you didn't lose a whole lot of position.
But they blew my tire. All the tires.
But Chop always has a game plan, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you, man, to get back to victory lane? I know the race with you and Craig Oaks, by the way. I mean, just outstanding races, sportsmanship, Sean. That's what this sport's all about.
I like Craig. He's done a wonderful job on it. Just don't get to race with him a lot because he lives away from here. I just can't help everybody, thank everybody that helped me on the car. Willie, my 2 boys, Will, for driving a good number tonight. All my fans, all my family, thank y'all for coming.
I like the burnout, man. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Well, good night, Chop, man. Congratulations. that. Hey, I'm going to go play with Craig. So, we have one more race for the 4-cylinder. Craig, man, race your team racing with a lot of these guys. I'm racing up here. I think hot canteen factory stuff. What are you planning? You did. Been at that Express Chassis Limited Modified. Did you sell that car to get this one, or tell me a little about what's been going on with you?
No, we still got the Express Limited. We actually got Express in East Street stock now too, and it's hot car. So we're just gonna try to race all the big shows we can.
Did you relocate? Did you move back up here, or are you in San Antonio?
No, I'm still a little south of San Antonio.
You clear up, right?
Yes, sir. We're out there.
Absolutely. You've been running really good.
Right straight
I think
downstairs.
Mike wouldn't give me so many problems, but nonetheless, tell everybody hope you're on the 91.
Oh, will do. There's one in here, just here.
Perfect. Jimmy Bird, I'm Bobby.
Enjoy it.
Big Josh Milligan. Sorry about the mic cutting out again, guys.